Good morning, Spartans. Welcome to Friday. What's up, man? You're here early. Yeah, let's go, Spartans. Let's let's close this week out strong. Decent week so far. Plan on having a great day. Good morning. Good morning. Plan on having a great day today. Um, of course, have not looked at the markets. I do that every day with you guys. Looks like SPY's up. Decent little uptrend there, pre-market. IWM up as well. Nice. Looks like it's holding that support level. That's cool. Tesla with a big drop there at the end of the day. But once again, right off that support. TSLL following the same. Oh, what was that about? Glitch in the matrix, probably. That's crazy right there. Well, I don't know. AMD had the same pretty big drop. Apple up, of course. Google as well. PayPal up as well. All right, cool. Fantastic. That out. Clear that out. Let's see. We had our two swing trades. One is up 0.3%, the other is up 0.14. Let's see that one. Where'd it go? That was up. Jump there. All right, fantastic. Get things kicking off here. All right. Next, going to jump in the private group, get those guys updated, like we do every morning. If you have any questions, comments, anything you want me to look at while I'm gone, of course, please post up there in chat, and yeah, of course, I'll help as soon as I get back. And then when I get back, we will set up our IWM and SPY like we do every morning. Get those interday levels rocking. And like I said, we can do that on any ticker if you guys would like. We just trade a lot of that SPY IWM, and it's a good general consensus of the market. That's why I like to focus on them. But we can get more specific if you want to do it on Tesla or Apple, AMD, whatever. Let me know. Post up there in that chat questions, comments, concerns, and I will be back momentarily. Give me just a few minutes, guys. 2 seconds here, guys. And then we're going to jump in and fix these charts. All right. Let's get to it. All right. SPY. Interesting day yesterday. The last 2 days we've kind of stuck in this range. Yesterday's range was tighter than Thursday's range. These lines are Wednesday's range. Today's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. These, you can see Wednesday's range here versus Thursday's range is going to be right in here. So everything's going to get much tighter. So let's go in and clean this up. Since we are in between these, I do want to carry these over as our orange. So we're going to click this one. This one's going to be our opening range high Thursday. And we're going to make that one orange. And this one's going to be our PM high, pre-market high. Remember, all these are doing is giving us a, hey, look here, we could have some resistance kind of level. It's really all it means is, and that's carried over. So we know that orange was from previous day. Now let's set up today's. So we can kill this, keep it, and then we'll kill everything down here. Except for our green is our historical support and resistance lines. They go nowhere. We never touch them, never adjust them, never do anything with them. We can add to them if we'd like, but that's it. Other than that, they are off limits. So now this chart's cleaned up. This yellow, everybody remember what that means for us? It's all-time highs. So this will only get adjusted up. That's it. So this one stays and the green stays. Everything else gets changed and adjusted daily. Now let's go in and set up our pre-market. So pre-market high is going to be right there. $637.60. Pre-market high, lock it in. Now we need a pre-market low. And we're going to lock it in. Next, we want yesterday's session high and session low. So session high and session low. $637.97. Session high and 631.81. I don't know if he'll give it to me or not. We can just back it off a little bit. Doesn't have to be exactly precise, and I'd rather do a line versus a dotted. So there we go. So we got session, pre-market, and then our levels from yesterday, which was our opening range, and our pre-market highs. So that is done. Now we're going to jump into the same thing here on IWM. IWM is up here, and don't really care too much about the session. I want to do more of the these lines for conversion of our orange. Well, you know what? No, let's convert that. Let's convert that. Session high Thursday. Yeah, let's convert that. I do like that. And then pre-market opening range carryover. And then these three can go. I swear that one was just blue. Anybody else see that, or was that just me? I swear that was our opening range low, but look, it's gotta be. I swear that was blue and I clicked it and it went green. That could be me. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that one even though it is green. I swear it wasn't. Huh. Look. No clue. Now that blue's back. Get out of here. Alright. Getting old. I'm getting old. I know that. That's what you're talking about, right? Oh goodness. All right. So pre-market 227.36. 227.36. Pre-market. Lock it in. And then pre-market low is going to be down in this chop range. Like right in there. Like I said, these don't have to be exact. They're more of an area, a range versus a hard line in the sand. So don't spend too much time. Don't nitpick it to death. Just get close. Session high. And session low. Bam. There we go. So I do like IWM for the fact that we are over yesterday's session's high. If we can get over this pre-market, we do have some room to run up to that 228.85. But as you can see, anything over that gets a little choppy. And kind of gets back into that no man's land. We haven't traded up there in a while. I'm referring to that 228.25, which is here. You've got to watch right up here. It drops to this line, but we're below it for quite a while. So anything over that 228.85 minus this little jump here is going to be a choppy trade. But then again, to the downside, if we can break this 223.45, we've got some room to the downside as well. That can go. That can go. That can go. Don't know what that was. Don't need it. That was intraday stuff. But perfect. So it gives us something to look at on IWM today. Like I said, watching this pre-market, if we break it, we've got room here, and if we break that, of course, could get risky, but has room to move. So less than 3 minutes to go. We will zoom in a little bit, get set up. Please take a few minutes. Yeah, I am. Hey, Rick, check out what I just sent you. That'll help. Looks like we need to update pre-market on SPY and IWM real quick. That little pop right before Bell gave us new highs. All right, here we go, guys. Get ready. And we are open. Market is now live. Let's jump in real quick. We're going to update this to 2746. And then we're going to update this one. There we go. SPY already testing that session high from yesterday. And let's see what happens. Walmart with a big push. Look at that. Jeez. Tesla doing its normal Tesla things. PayPal, well, the downside. IWM over that pre-market. SPY rejected that session high. And IWM looks like it's giving the finger to pre-market. We're quickly closing that gap to that 285.85. Feel good because I seen that coming. Bad because we're 2.5 minutes in, and I don't like trading this early and chasing that early movement. Those early pops could reverse at any time. So I like that I seen the movement. I don't like that the movement happened so fast. So. And there goes SPY over that session as well, session high from yesterday. So now we got our pre-market high from yesterday here coming up at 638.17 we need to get over. Followed quickly by resistance at 638.49. So SPY's got some work to put in before I want to trade it. But once again, 3.5 minutes in now. No reason to say, dang, I missed the movement. Where? Way too early for that. All right. Tesla trying to come back. PayPal dropping back. Google dropping back. Apple. Key area here on Apple. Apple may want more to the downside, so be careful on that, guys. Healthcare moving. IWM looking to retest that pre-market. SPY rejected that opening range. That's why I said we don't chase this junk. Don't like those big wicks here, guys. Looks like it's wanting more to the downside. Palantir had that big spike down. Could have been a glitch, not sure. But overall, Palantir still wanting more to the downside, it looks like. I know we've been talking about this one some. Looks like it traded sideways a little bit yesterday. Some room for consolidation, but holy moly, look at that push there on Tesla. SPY. It just held that each line that we watched, guys, and pushed hard. But like I said, here to here, we've got some room for consolidation. Don't chase. We're only 7 minutes in. We've got all day. Let's give it some time. If this movement continues, then hey, we'll get in. But big jump there. One of the guys in the private group just pointed out, and I forgot to mention, Powell is speaking today at 10 o'clock at Jackson Hole. The Jackson Hole Summit, I don't know a lot about it. I know it's economic. They get together and talk. You can Google it if you want. That goes pretty. That gets into the news and all that stuff that I don't really follow. I don't get paid off of news. I get paid off what the chart's doing. All I know is that he's speaking and it could move. So that's that for me. I don't like to cloud the mind trying to think, hey, this is going to make this happen or yada yada yada. So I stay out of it. All I know is Powell speaking. It can move the market. I need to look for that movement. That's all I care about. But anyway, he's speaking at 10 o'clock, so we could see some market movement. Be careful. Private group also pointed out that historically, Friday Jackson Hole Fridays are quite choppy. So what that equates to us is we might just be kind of sitting around watching today, guys. Of course, if I see something worth trading, we'll trade it. But just throwing that out there. So we're breaking this resistance now, and that's the area I said I would like for the upside. So with Powell speaking here, 19 minutes. We're 11 minutes in on a Friday with Jackson Hole today. I'm not going to chase any of this movement. If you guys want to, you can. That is completely up to you. But I'm going to play it safe. We've had a good week, especially with me. If you know me, if I get in a trade, I'm going to alert it to the private group. So if you guys are in the private group, I don't I that weight is on my shoulders. So I don't want to chase and you guys lose money on my chase. So if that makes sense. Like I said earlier, I do like spy over this level, but 13 minutes in, we could see a reversal at any time. Spy with quite a bit of room for consolidation. This is the 5 minute. This is the 2 minute. You can see here on the 2 minute. This peach is pushing through that green, which is fantastic, but this red, or where we're trading at now versus the peach, is quite a big gap. Even bigger here on the 5 minute. So look for that bubble to burst. I'm on the 30 minute. I was wondering why that candle was taking so long to close. Yeah, yeah. Gosh. Yep, that's what I told you. Oh, shoot, sorry. Mouse is touchy. Sometimes I scroll, and if I just flick it, it takes off. Um, there's that consolidation, that bursting bubble there on the SPY that I just was talking about. See how this wick came down to that peach. That's what we were looking for. SPY failed to make that new high. Sorry guys, was reading something there. Still could see another push here, but we're getting some resistance. Like I said earlier, getting into that 640 even is going to be a tough, not really wall, but tough zone area to break through. IWM still looking like it's wanting to push to 2804 high of the day, so it looks like we're retesting that. Chips with a drop back, Baba drop back. So just still sitting, waiting, watching. 23 minutes in, we're gonna give it to opening to set our opening range just after 10 o'clock. So. Yeah, so this Google's dropping, chips are dropping, Tesla now dropping, Baba dropping, Spy trying to drop. That's why I said don't chase this stuff, guys. We need that time. We need that movement to get a good trend. We got Powell speaking in 6 minutes. We got all this stuff happening and no long term. And when I say long term, market's been open 25 minutes now. Long term movement trend. So we've got nothing to base anything off of today except for that 25-minute block. A lot of traders trade on the 30-minute candle. We haven't even done a 30-minute candle, so we're still trying to figure out what the market wants to do today before we react. 2 more minutes, guys. See, there's that big drop on SPY. Told you we were going to see pullbacks. What the market's telling us. Why we don't chase. Alright, and there's our 10 o'clock mark. Buy held support 638.49, pushing hard off of POW. Wow. Jeez. All right. So this big push off of Powell talking Jackson Hole. Honestly, thought we would see some movement. Didn't realize we would see the. Didn't think we would see this big of movement. Just trying to see what Powell's saying. I would throw it up on here, but you guys, I'll probably get in trouble with YouTube, so I'm not going to. But so let me do this. Just check and see if anybody else is streaming it. Yeah, not gonna worry about it too much. All right, so let's get back to this. Sorry guys, I was just seeing if I could pull it up and show you guys. Twitch will kind of allow it. That's what I was looking at. There's one or two channels showing it on Twitch. YouTube's pretty cut and dry. They cancel that out. Since we're streaming on both, I'm not going to worry about it. He said I don't chase the news. I don't honestly. I could care less really about what he's saying. Um, I just want to grab the movement, see what the chart's doing. So we're 37 minutes in. Let's go ahead and set our opening range. Come on, what the heck are you doing? Let's go ahead and set our opening range, and just see what we can come up with. So, SPY here. Opening range is going to be before this candle. Powell opened his mouth at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is when we've seen that push. Opening range is prior to that. It's what we did in that opening 30 minutes. So we've got opening range high there. Then we got opening range low there. And as you can see, I told you if we were to break this, we had a lot of room to the upside. Powell spoke, and what did we do? We pushed it right to that limit where I said 644.14. So having those support and resistant lines are key. And in the private group, we teach you how to do those. So we're going to come in here. Opening range. Lock it in. Come on. And then opening range. Cold coffee. You gotta love it. Ton of room for consolidation here on SPY. SPY wasn't at all-time high. And we just PT'd on our first trade. Throw that one up here. Of course, we had to chase this movement here on SPY. Mentioned if we can base over this, once we close this candle, open the next one green, jumped in on a call. I talked about it in the private group before we entered. Said it was going to be a complete lottery with low number of cons, and that's exactly what we did. So good little trade there. And quickly rejecting. Looks like we have some profit takers stepping in. I do want to see this peach line push up over this green for that continuation to the upside. Like I mentioned, consolidation. You've really got to watch that consolidation area. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. key level here on SPY, if we don't hold this support, now resistance, and this peach line, we can see a big retrace off that push. Just be careful here if you're in SPY call still. Yeah, looks like we want to see more to the downside. Looks like we are getting a bounce here. Not seeing a whole lot after that big movement. Things are trying to go sideways. Getting some little up and down stuff. Um, we had that alert there on SPY that paid, but everything else is just kind of iffy right now. I don't know if anything's worth getting into. Just seeing some, I don't know, so much uncertainty. Um, we're getting close to these highs, like here on SPY. We had that big move. Now we're trending sideways, kind of right here off the support resistance. Things may try to push again. I'm not certain. We sold that SPY, sold it green. Can't complain. But just don't know if there's anything else worth getting into right now. It'd be a boring day from here on out, really. A lot of stuff had that initial pop, but it's not really worth the chase. You could probably try and play a SPY here once this peach pushes through this green. We could get more to the upside. I mean, a lot of stuff's up. A lot of stuff is up good, um, but it's all off of that Powell speech. So don't really want to try and chase it because it could easily come back. So we had that push up. We kind of hit our highs. We dropped back profit takers. That consolidation we were talking about, and now we're slowly gaining some momentum back. If we can get a good uptrend and it stays, then we can look at trying to enter in something. Right now, it's going to be a lottery. Whatever we do, we're trying for new highs here on SPY. As you can see, Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, all trying. PayPal shooting for that 70 line, but once again, we're on a Friday. The zero DTE unless we buy next week, unless we buy the time on it. Everything's inflated. IV's high today because of Jackson Hole. That big movement. So everything, you go from your normal risk to higher risk today with everything. So I, you've got to be on the money with your plays today. If not, it's going to bite you in the butt pretty quickly. Um, that's why we're not jumping in. That's why we're not chasing anything. We've got that one alert we did on Spy, but everything else is just kind of just sitting around. I know you might look at this and say, man, there's plenty of ample opportunities. Yes, there is, but there's ample opportunities to get stuck in a trade that's going to bite you in the butt. Um, so it's high risk either way. Um, so we're sitting on hands and just watching right now. IWM just hit new high a day. All right, guys. Next time, I'm gonna mute you guys while I eat because nobody wants to listen to that. Watch IWM coming into this 234.86. SPY is trying to push as well. But we've got all-time high versus a resistance. This is going to give us more pushback than, I mean, less pushback than that. So we've got to be careful. Something really to watch. Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you, sir? Sorry, was doing some private group stuff there. Missed you coming in. You missed a pretty good morning so far. Interesting morning. I wouldn't say good morning as far as alerts and stuff, but it's definitely been an interesting morning with Jackson Hole and all that going on. So so we tested it here on this IWM and we rejected. Spy did hit new high a day, but I still feel like Spy could easily test the 647.03. Yeah, watch this IWM. Still don't think I'm going to play it, but it's about the best thing we've got going for us right now. coming in to that resistance 234.86. See if we can pop. We barely did, but we need that confirmation to the upside. And like I said, SPY looks like it wants to ride that out. We're back green on that one. This trade here. Drop it back down so we can see what we're doing here. Still can't seem to break over that level on IWM. That's what I'm saying, guys. You gotta learn those levels and you gotta learn to trust them. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Give me just a sec. Alright guys, I'm back. IWM slowly breaking. Now we'll just wait for confirmation, see what it wants to do. Palantir's still pushing as well. Slow moving, but we're getting there, guys. Slow and steady. That SPY trying to make new highs here, but hurry up and wait. Exactly. It's like, come on. Like, I feel like we're gonna fall asleep waiting on this. All that movement and volume this morning just kind of killed it this afternoon. Well, I guess we're not this afternoon yet, but it just I like when we have stuff like that. It's exciting seeing this big moves and stuff, but other than that, it's just like it kills the market. Like I said, I would just like to ideally I would like to have a normal day where we have a slight uptrend, downtrend. I like this movement. I do. I mean, that's a good movement. Good movement here on IWM here in the last little bit. But I want to do this starting at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and just let it ride, just constantly, or down. I don't care which direction. But this big pop followed by that pullback, and then that slow, it eats away the at the I don't the not the momentum, but the appeal of it. I guess it makes it a scarier trade, and I don't like that movement as much. Well, we'll see. I mean, IWM and SPY could keep pushing. Google with a nice little pop there, and Nvidia as well. Oh, we were going to see some more out of PayPal, but it kind of died out on us. But if we're talking about playing, I still like this IWM over SPY, even though we have our SPY runners. I I would like this peach line through this green and then see more to this upside. Um, we got that room for consolidation, but we're already over our support 234.86 level. Um, just taking forever to get there. Yeah, IWM didn't hold that level there. I keep trying to zoom into your chart with my scroll wheel. You mean like that? Zoom in, zoom out. Yeah, I could see that. Hey, can you see everything good on stream? I just want to make sure that you guys can. Um, it's one question I've always had. It's tough for me to look. Yeah, everything looks good for us. You should be able to pull your stream up on your phone and check it out. I honestly never thought about looking on my phone. I watch it on the not really watch it, but I pull it up on the computer, so I can kind of see what's going on. But I just wanted to make sure, from your perspective, however you're looking at it, that it's good for you or whoever else is watching. Um, yeah. So I mean, I've got it pulled up on both YouTube and Twitch, but just making sure. It kind of looks a little small, but I just want to make sure you guys were good with it, good and clear. Since we're just kind of hanging out right now, watching paint dry. Oh man. Yeah, everything looks good. Audio is clear and all that. Just fantastic, man. Thanks for the feedback. I was curious. I don't sit around and watch stock streams, of course, but I do watch some other streamers and things. And yeah, honestly, when I'm not working, I usually don't. But I'll pull up something and kind of watch it in the background, and I'm always like, man, I wonder if my camera looks as good as theirs or my audio is good as theirs. My camera's down here. I wonder if I need to like move it or here or put it, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to this streaming stuff. I had no intentions on doing it before we started live streaming. Just members have always wanted us to do it, so I said, hey, why not? So just always want to make sure I'm doing the best and everybody likes it. Really. This market is horrible, guys. Holy cow. Days like today, guys, is just slow and steady. IWM doesn't want to break off of that support resistance there. But SPY holding that 646 level, which is a good thing, but that sideways action is just eating the premium, so it's not even worth it. Ugh. Guys, I don't know if we're gonna get much more out of today. A little bit of push to the upside I thought we might get. We're starting to drop back. Might be a uphill battle that we're not gonna win. We've had two trades. One was a good one. We PT'd on it. The other one we're down 50% on, but it was a cheap trade. It's not like we're down hundreds of dollars. We're down what, $10 on? 11 bucks on, $10 on. It may or not pay. It was more of a fun chart, looked good kind of setup, but it too started dropping back. So 50% on the day, but overall green. I just don't know if we need to keep chasing it, trying to make things happen. Just I don't know, not seeing it, guys. A little pop there on Spy actually, and IWM maybe. I don't know. How many times do we keep looking at the same thing? Name of the game. Yep. Sitting and waiting and watching. What's that sideways chop? A little push. Like I said earlier, I still think Spy is going to hit that all-time high level today. Once again, thinking's emotions. Who knows? But right back down. Yeah. So looks like every time we start getting these little pops, they just keep retracing. SPY sideways. It's been sideways for a good while now. Apple dropping back. Google trying to push. Just a whole lot of nothing here, guys. Um, Probably going to go ahead and jump off stream, just because nothing's going on, nothing's happening, and frankly, I've got other stuff I can be working on. So, um, good day, profitable day, big day. No, um, took one, gave one back. Maybe if you're still in that trade, well, you got to be in the private group to know what that trade was. It's back up. We're only down $7 versus 11. So I'm still holding it. We made more than that on that SPY call, which still telling you SPY is going to hit that new all-time high today, but we're only 53 cents away from today's high, so I feel like we're going to get it, but it is what it is. Hope everybody had a great week. I appreciate all the likes, subscribes, the follows, the thumbs up there on YouTube this week. And yeah, thank you guys for another great week. Remember, next week though, I won't be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday on stream. I will be back Friday on stream. Just heading to the beach. I will be in the private group, social media, all of that. So yeah, I will be back. Sorry about that, guys. I just need to get away for a minute. But anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day. Be careful if you're trading this crap. And I'll see everybody back a week from today on Friday. So have a great rest of your day, guys. And I will catch you next week. Later, guys.